Yeah. So 11 point. Okay. It says Sanjaya Vacha Eva Mukto Tato Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Harihi Darshayamash Parthaya Paramam Rupamaishwaram. Read the translation.
Sanjaya said, O king, having spoken thus, the Supreme Lord of all mystic power, the personality of Godhead, displayed his universal form to Arjuna. Arjuna's, oh, sorry.
Yeah. So he's saying, before was saying that, yeah, but you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence. So this we discussed last time, that how we need the mercy of higher authorities to be able to see anything, even for seeing ordinary thing of this world, material things of this world. Even for that also we need the mercy of the Lord, mercy of the material nature. That's how we have the material eyes. That's how we can see something. So material eyes also goes, we get blind, we can't see. So if there are people who may not be able to see, even if they have so much of money, but they cannot get the eyes to see. So we need always the mercy of higher authorities. So we are always in helpless situation in this material world, and we always need mercy. Without that, we cannot. And spiritual life is all the more. Actually, even materially also we are so helpless, so dependent on the mercy of material nature, which is again, mercy of the Lord only through material nature, like that. So one can not remain puffed up if one is aware of a situation. We are very helpless. We cannot be proud if we are aware of our helpless situation, that we are completely dependent on the mercy of higher authorities, material nature, the demigods, the Supreme Personality of God, ultimately. So for spiritual life also, we should give up our puffed up nature, and we should look forward for having the mercy of the Lord to be able to see things on the spiritual platform, to be able to fathom spiritual life, to understand the real life of spiritual existence in the spiritual world. So we cannot understand God, we cannot understand the spirit soul, we cannot understand spiritual life, we cannot understand how the holy name is like. We cannot understand the transcendental form of the Lord, his pastimes of the Lord. Anything just by being puffed up and thinking that I can just do it on my own. So it's not possible like that. That's why the process of understanding the spiritual subject matter is when we become humble, we submit to the Supreme Lord and his devotees. That's how we can understand. So here Arjuna is getting the divine vision by the Lord. That's how he's able to see the Vishwarupa darshan of the Lord. Of course, Arjuna is so qualified because he has that love for the Lord and he has so surrendered to Krishna that he is able to see Krishna's 200 form, which is transcendental again. But so that is the qualification of Arjuna. The Arjuna is not an ordinary person because he was able to see Krishna face to face, and able to interact and talk and everything. Now, of course, this whole thing, Gita is, Krishna is actually using Arjuna to give the message of Gita to all the conditioned souls. Arjuna can never get covered or conditioned just like that. It's only by the will of the Lord because of that. Because Arjuna is a very pure devotee, he is a surrendered soul. But Arjuna is being used by the Lord like a conditioned soul to impart the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Uh, so, and Krishna also told many times, no, Bhaktya Tunanya Shakya, Bhakto Simesaka Cheti. Only through devotional service one can understand. Only by submitting to Krishna one can understand the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, it is not possible. So, and that's how we take shelter of parampara. Like here is saying, the fact is that devotee is not concerned with seeing the Vishwarupa. Okay, this is order. Arjuna must confirm this because Arjuna is bringing the parampara system, saying, of course, the point what here Prabhupada says is about the Lord is the Supreme Person. If somebody claims to be Supreme Personality, then he should be able to show he should be able to show the universal form also. That then only he can be Supreme Lord. So many imposters will come. That point he was saying. So, and even to able to discriminate who is the real Lord, who is the imposter, that also we can understand only when we submit to the parampara. When we submit to the Guru, Sadhu, and Shastras. The scriptures talk about what are the symptom of incarnation. So one cannot just foolishly accept anybody as incarnation until it is authorized by the scriptures. And this was saying, having spoken thus, the Supreme Lord of all mystic power, Supreme regarded displayed universal form to it. Now the description is coming about how the Supreme Lord appeared in the Vishwarupa Darshan. Abhas Prabhu, we can read.
Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine unpraised weapons. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and many divine scents were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding.
Yeah, read the purport also.
Purport. In these two verses, the repeated use of the word many indicates that there was no limit to the number of hands, mouths, legs, and other manifestations Arjuna was seeing. These manifestations were distributed throughout the universe, but by the grace of the Lord, Arjuna could see them all sitting in one place. That was due to the inconceivable potency of Krishna.
Yeah. So this vision he got by the mercy of Krishna. Krishna also gave the vision to Vrijavasis about the spiritual world. Once it happened. And when they saw the spiritual world, they found that, oh, it's a similar thing what we are doing. In fact, they were also in the spiritual world because Vrindavan, what Krishna was in when on this planet. So when he came, then he also brought his holy dham also from the spiritual world to this material world. So that were non-different ones. But again, there also Krishna showed the vision of the spiritual world. You can also see Brahmaji. Brahmaji, when he was born, and then he was not aware what to do. He did not even know from what is his source and what is the purpose of his life. Nothing he was aware. He was just born from the lotus navel. The lotus navel of the Lord, from the lotus flower. But he couldn't see the Lord. And then he heard, tapa, this word he heard, some kind of invisible voice said that, tapa. And then he understood, okay, I have to do austerity. And then he performed meditation or austerity for a long time. And then Lord was pleased and he revealed him the source, what is his source. He could understand, okay, I'm actually born from the Lord. And then Lord gave him the darshan and he also gives him the vision of the spiritual world. So this is how we can see the way we can fathom this spiritual truths is only by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, the mercy of the pure devotee. The mercy of the Supreme Lord we get from the mercy of the pure devotees of the Lord. So this is the way we can see. And you can see here that how it is very inconceivable that how Arjuna is able to see sitting in one place all that. Very, very inconceivable. But he was getting the whole vision. And not everybody was able to see also. It's only because Arjuna was given and some few more might be. But it's not ordinarily visible for anybody because you need that kind of mercy and vision that eyes to see, otherwise you cannot. Divi Surya Hasastasya Bhavedyugapaditita Yadi Bhasadarshi Sa Syat Sastasya Mahatmanaha. Read Prabhu. Srinivasan Prabhu. Jacob Prabhu, you can write it. Jacob Anderson Prabhu. Yeah,
If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, the radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. What Arjuna saw was indescribable, yet Sanjaya is trying to give a mental picture of that great revelation to Dhritarashtra. Neither Sanjaya nor Dhritarashtra was present, but Sanjaya, by the grace of Vyasa, could see whatever happened. Thus he now compares the situation, as far as it can be understood, to an imaginable phenomena, i.e., thousands of suns.
So 100, can you think of one sun, if you want to see, you cannot look for long. You feel like blinded. So if hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once in the sky, the radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. So it was so effulgent. When Arjuna saw, what Arjuna saw was indescribable. And Sanjay is trying to give a mental picture of that great evolution to Dhritarashtra. Neither Sanjay nor Dhritarashtra was present, but Sanjay, with the grace of Vyasa, could see whatever happened. And this another person could see was Sanjay as well. Sanjay also was able to see by the grace of Vyasdev. He also had that vision because of the mercy of Vyasdev. That's what I'm saying, that you need the mercy. So you see also even among this, so many people in this world, there are few devotees, those who have the vision of the spiritual world, vision of the Krishna and all, which for them this is reality. Those pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada, or spiritual masters. So they have that mercy of the Lord. So we as sadhakas, we have some vision of spiritual life being very tangible reality, but we don't have the full vision of like how spiritual world would be like. Like we don't have very complete realization of it. We have some realization of it for sure. Otherwise, how we are going on in spiritual life? We have surely some realization of Krishna and the spiritual world and spiritual life, holy name. But those who have received full mercy of the Lord, for them, when they chant holy name, is directly meeting Krishna. So they are able to see Krishna and holy name non-different. So when they take darshan of the deities, they actually see Krishna directly. And for them, spiritual world is a reality. Like there is a pastime where, one of the Acharya, what is it? Forgot. So that Acharya, he was meditating and then he went to the spiritual world while he was chanting. And then he did not come back only. And then his disciple got very frantic. Where our Guru Maharaj have gone? He is not coming back only. And then another one of his disciples, he sat in meditation. And then he also went to see where his spiritual master was gone. Then he also went to the spiritual world to see where he is. And then he saw that he was actually searching, something was lost of Radharani. So he engaged in it. So he also started assisting his spiritual master in the spiritual world. So that disciple also did not come back. And all other people on the planet Earth they're also wondering, what has happened to them. Both of them have gone. No. And then third person goes, it seems. And then they get that particular thing which was lost to Radharani, and then they gave, one of them found, and then they come back. So basically, and then we see Rupa Goswami also. He was meditating, and then he was seeing the witnessing of past those Lord. And then there was some kind of hasya there. So he was absorbed and he was laughing. And then some Vaishnava was limping and he saw he's laughing at me, and then he felt offended. And because of his offense, because he felt that offense, immediately the vision was disappeared. And Rupa Goswami was not understanding what happened. I was having that vision of the spiritual world and everything. I was in the spiritual world, I was in the past time. And then he consulted Sanatana Goswami and all. Then he understood actually some Vaishnavas got offended. Then he gave a big feast. And that feast, one person did not come. Then that's how that was strategically made. Made the feast. So whoever did not come, that means there could be some problem there. So then that Vaishnava, when he did not come, then he asked him, okay, did I offend anywhere? Then he explained it. Then he clarified and begged forgiveness. And then the offense was over. So the point is, you see, when we also commit offenses, when we are also inattentive, when we are not having the mercy, then we don't have mercy, and that's how we actually are. So when we lack mercy, then we don't have that vision, spiritual vision proper. So that means in spiritual life, you need lot of mercy. You need blessings of Vaishnavas, you need mercy. And that empowers us to be able to access spiritual truths, spiritual life, spiritual knowledge, Supreme Lord, holy name. We need mercy. We need mercy of Vaishnavas, like that. So more we are blessed now. That's why if you see the seventh canto, there is it is called Uti. Uti means um, the vasana. So Uti is like vasana or inspiration. Sorry, inspiration. No, inspiration. So there are two kinds of things may come. Somebody may get very good kind of spiritual realizations and inspiration and spiritual visions and everything, and service attitude may increase. So all this can happen to somebody. For somebody, bad vasanas can increase. So he may get pulled. He may get more, wrong inclinations, wrong inspirations also. So it is said how it happens. It depends upon if you serve the great soul, if you please the great souls, if you're pleasing Guru, pleasing Krishna with your sincere devotional service, then you get blessings and then good inspiration and vasanas, good vasanas and good inclinations, and the service attitude and spiritual vigor, all that will increase. And then you can see things, you can perceive spiritual things very easily, by the mercy. And if we offend the devotees, if we are not careful, we are neglectful, we are more running after material gratifications, then what happens? Then we don't have the mercy. We offend the devotees. Then what happens? We don't have the mercy. And then we can't perceive spiritual truths. So for some people, it becomes a very dry experience also. When they want to come and read Gita, chant and all that, I can't do it. It's not of my cup of herbal tea. They may think like that. I'll tell you another example. There was a devotee called Dharudas. Dharudara was so attached to a woman, that he would have this umbrella on her and he would keep fanning, like that. He was so attached. So once procession Lord was going on with Ramanacharya. And then the whole procession went, but this Dhanudas was completely, absorbed in his own world of Maya illusion. And Ramanacharya took so pity on him. He felt, this fellow, his whole Lord's Palki is going on, but this fellow is so much absorbed in illusion. Then he called that fellow through some of his disciples, bring this fellow to me. And then he brought, hey, come, Ramanacharya is calling you. And he was like into completely in his own world. And oh, yeah, okay, Ramanacharya, oh, yeah, I know Ramanacharya, okay, where is he? And then he, got him, said, Ramanacharya told, what is this? And a whole lot of possession is going on. And how can you be so shameless? You are just really, absorbed in this way. It is so bad, so shameless. It is offense to the Lord. Then he said, what can I do, my dear Acharya? I'm so attracted to her beauty, to her eyes, her beautiful eyes and her beauty. So I can't just help myself. I'm just serving her because she's so beautiful. So Ramanacharya felt so pity on him. He told, if I show you more beautiful eyes than this, if I show you some more beautiful person than this person, that lady, will you serve that person for your life? Then he said, definitely, if you show me that. I said, okay, you come to the evening or the next day, whatever he said. You come to the sanctum sanctorium of that temple and you come, I'll show you something more beautiful than this. Okay. And then he came. And then Ramanacharya sincerely prayed to the Lord, oh Lord, please reveal your beauty to this fellow. He prayed very sincerely, having compassion on him. And because of the prayers of Ramanacharya, when he took a darshan, then he actually got revealed. God revealed him his beauty, and then he got completely attracted to the Lord, and he became disciple of Ramacharya, dedicated his life to Ramacharya, and that lady also became disciple of Ramacharya. So the thing is that you see here, that person must have visited temple, in his lifetime, because he was in that area, Srirangam area, So surely from childhood, he should have surely visited temple, because that time, it was more easy and it was a culture and everything. But still he got into this kind of illusory things, correct? It was not like, for him, he might have gone, but he did not understand the beauty of the Lord. But when the pure devotee prayed, by his prayer, by his mercy, by his compassion, he was able to have the revelation of the beauty of the Lord. So Lord is supremely beautiful. But when we go to the Lord also, we may see the darshan, take the darshan, but still we are attracted to material things of this world. Still we are attracted to illusory forms of this world. Why? Because we haven't yet pleased the Lord that much. We haven't received the mercy of devotees that much. So we all should be aspiring mercy of the devotees, because that's how we can fathom the spiritual things. Otherwise, it is not possible for us much. By our endeavor. Our endeavor should be to please the superiors, to please the Guru, to please the Lord, so that we can have that mercy, and then we will be able to have those visions, those visions. And that's how and then we can serve very nicely also. More and more nicely we can serve. And what is required is humility, service attitude. That kind of mood is required, because any person will reveal about himself the degree he can trust you, that you actually want to serve. You're living for the pleasure of that person. You are well-wisher of him. So same way we also, when we become servant of Guru and Krishna and Vaishnava, we have no ulterior motives. We are serious and sincere in serving them. That automatically attracts the mercy of the Lord, mercy of the devotees. And that's how we can get the vision. We are empowered to be able to have more realizations, and Divya Hridaya Prakashito. We get divine knowledge. We can understand spiritual subject matter nicely. We can have more and more realization of holy name and not different from Krishna. And we will be revealed the name, form, pastime, into the abode of the Lord more and more. So this is how in spiritual life, our attitude is very important. We keep the right attitude of being sincere, serious, without ulterior motive, and serve wholeheartedly without offending the devotees, without having any kind of ulterior motive. When we serve very nicely, then it attracts the mercy of the Lord. And that's how we can fathom spiritual truths. So any reflection, anybody has any comment, reflection, you can pause. Just one reflection you can share.
I think maybe for me, like humility, like the importance of humility is like something I'm focusing on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. So humility, because of humility, we can. Yes, Srinivasan Prabhu, Virat Prabhu, Arya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I think. Oh, sorry. I think that one reflection that I had is similar to Abbas Prabhu, but mine's is like just like the subduing of the ego. Not just like, I mean, like that is also humility, but like I feel like my ego is very strong and I have to tell it to quiet down a lot of the time.
And the solution for dissolving the ego is to serve the great souls, serve the devotees, in a very unassuming manner. Just serve. So that can purify our ego very much. Like in temple, sometimes there's so many chappals lying here and there. Just without knowledge of anybody, without trying to show anyone, just take the chappals of devotees, and put it nicely, clean that. Sometimes doing this kind of humble service to all the Vaishnavas can actually really impact our heart. Same way, serving some devotees, personally, and some great souls. So Dhammam Mahad Upasana, it is said. So when all the devotees are great souls, when you serve the devotees sincerely with the simple heart, you can see, our ego will get crushed, purified. Because service to devotees is the antidote for false ego. Because that's our position, to be a servant of Krishna and his devotees. More than Krishna, we should identify ourselves as servants of devotees also. Because Krishna says servant of servant. If you say you are my servant, you're not. If you say you are my devotee, actually you're not my devotee. If you say you're a devotee of my devotee, then you're my devotee. So that's why we should serve the devotees. That can purify false ego quickly. Yes, Srinivasan too.
2 points, Roji. Thank you so much. First is, without the mercy of the devotee, we cannot fathom the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You've given many examples. So Sanjaya getting the divine vision of the Lord with the help by the mercy of Vyasadeva. And second point is a later part of the discussion where we should not offend the devotees who are engaged in the service of the Lord. So that is not good for the progress in the spiritual path.
Correct.
That's
Thank you.
2 points. Yeah.
Yeah. just to add this, one example comes to my mind is Ramchandra Puri. He criticized, he kind of corrected his guru and criticized him for this. Hey, why you are meditating on this? Why you are crying at the time of death? Better you meditate on the impersonal Brahman, like that he was saying. Actually, Madhavendra Puri was, crying out of separation and humility that I wasted my life. I did not attain you, Lord. It was in his very great ecstatic mood, like that he was feeling. But he offended him by saying, why you're doing like this? No, if you meditate on impersonal Brahman and all that he was saying. So he became so displeased, Madhavendra Puri became so displeased. And then he said, what is this fellow? And so like that. And but Chaitanya, our Ishwapuri, he served Madhavendra like anything. And he would read for him and he would try to help his guru in all the possible ways. And Ishwapuri was so blessed by Madhavendra. And you see, Ishwapuri got the disciple, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Supreme Lord as his disciple. And Ramchandra Puri became such a great critic of Vaishnavas. So that bad vasanas came, see, just by offending Guru, offending the great devotee. So we also get good vasanas, bad vasanas, depending upon how much we serve and please Vaishnavas or how much we offend them and displease them. So we're very cautious to always try to serve. It should not create phobia, but it should help us to remain alert and conscious, and consciously trying to please the Vaishnavas. And Lord is, if you are sincere, then we will be helped. It's not that we have to remain in phobia. Seeing the devotee, you should become very fearful. I should not offend, not like that. But it should be in a healthy way we should take it and try to always see that how we can serve and please the Guru, great souls, and Vaishnava. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Now, Jaka Prabhu, yeah. Jaka Prabhu, you have a question. Okay, let me see. I have never fully, why was Arjuna afraid? It is striking to see something like that, but Krishna is an ocean of love. In my limited experience, something like an adjacent experience is not Krishna's immense form. How that gave me pause. So the love, like, never felt in my life before I said that question. Yes. So actually, why Arjuna was fearful? Because Arjuna was attracted to 200 form of Krishna. So Arjuna's position is way greater than any ordinary person who may bow down by seeing the greatness of the Lord. No, Arjuna was beyond it actually. Arjuna was attracted to the 200 form of the Lord. It's very simple. It's like, suppose a child who's in his, he is there in the home and is always dealing with father in a very friendly way. Chal mere go, tick, tick, tick. He sits on the father's back and he makes him like a horse. And fathers give him a horse ride. And the fathers, loves him, caresses him, feeds him. And they're like, a very intimate, loving relationship is there. Then suddenly, his child sees the father, he's taken an army dress and he's with guns and he's doing tie, killing. Then child will become fearful of his father. Should I go near my father or what should I do? You understand, no? So that mood, that form is not that familiar to the child. And child is more loving the father as a person than, attracted to his greatness. So he's beyond the greatness of the father. Whether the father is great or not, he has love for the father. Same way, the devotees like Arjuna, gopis, they don't need to know the greatness of Krishna. They are in love with Krishna, and that's natural because every soul has natural love for Krishna. So we still want to know Krishna's greatness. Why? Because we have become so forgetful of Lord. First, we have to understand that how this Krishna, how Supreme Personality Godhead is actually so great. You are not so great. You are insignificant. He is so great. So become humble. And when we become humble with humility, when we approach the Lord, and then we engage in devotional service, then gradually we awaken our love for Krishna also, because we get attracted to the sweetness of Krishna also. Krishna is surely great in terms of his majestic opulences and all that. But Krishna is a very sweet person also. So the greatness of the Lord will make us humble. Then we will not say, I am also God. That will not happen. And then we will also understand that how I should submit to the Lord. I should be humble. When we submit to the Lord, then we see Lord is not simply great. See, Lord could have been just great, but he may not be so sweet. But Lord is very great and he is sweet also. He is the sweetest person. He is most loving person. Sometimes there may be very great personalities in this world. Say Hitler, say Trump is also there. But sometimes they may not be that sweet person. But God is not just God. But God is also Akhil Rasamrit Murti. He is the personification of sweetness as well. So actually the goal is not to just become fearful of God by seeing his greatness. Goal is to fall in love with him. And when you fall in love with him, not just by mere greatness of his opulences, that will make you humble, but you will fall in love by understanding the sweetness of the Lord. How the Lord is so sweet, is so loving, so affectionate, so merciful. So that qualities of Krishna will attract you as you approach Krishna with humility, understanding of greatness. Why greatness is also important? Because otherwise you will take Krishna cheaply. We will not even, in the beginning stage, we will take Krishna cheaply. So when we are humble, we engage in devotional service with proper respect, then gradually we get attracted to Krishna's supremacy. The child is respectful of the parent, even though he has so much of love. It is not a disrespectful, it is already there. But he loves the father. The same way the pure devotee of the Lord loved Krishna so much they may forget that he is God. So like that. So when suppose suddenly Arjuna sees its kind of universal form, so it makes him kind of fearful. You got this point, Jacob?
Yes, bro.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll pause here. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakti ki jai, Jai Gaur Premanande. Hare.
Thank you, Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Abbas Prabhu. You are coming to Boston anytime?
Right now I don't know, maybe end of the month, but I don't think I have plans, Abhi.
Okay. I'm taking Ishopanishad classes from today evening. I can send you the message. If you are free, you can join me.
Okay, thank you.
I'm taking the entire Ishopanishad. You will complete it. It's a very beautiful book. A lot of
Okay,
it.
yeah, I think today evening may not work because I have a big exam coming up, so I also
No
need to
problem.
study for those.
No problem.